I found out how involved she was, that Lou Taylor, orchestrated the entire event. And so that was
Orchestrated which?
the entire conservatorship.
Back in 2007, the world watched Britney Spears fall apart. Paparazzi hunted her. Tabloids turned her pain into entertainment. And right at the center of it all stood one man everyone blamed, Sam Lutfi, her ex-manager. For years he was painted as a villain. But what if everything you thought you knew was backwards? Today, Sam finally breaks his silence for the first time ever. And the revelations he's about to share will completely change how you see Justin Timberlake, Britney's family, and the conspiracy that trapped her for over a decade. Sam Lutfi has been quiet for 18 years. While book publishers offered him millions of dollars to tell his story, while networks wanted exclusive interviews, he refused every single offer. He could have cashed in, could have become famous off Britney's tragedy. Instead, he chose silence and moved on with his life. But something changed recently. When Kevin Federline released his book and started putting out his side of the story, Sam realized the truth needed to be corrected. He wasn't doing this for money or fame. He was doing it because Britney deserved better than the lies that had been repeated for over a decade. So he agreed to one interview, just one, and what he revealed would shake everything people thought they understood about that dark period in the late 2000s. The internet has decided Justin Timberlake is the villain in Britney's story. But according to Sam, who lived with Britney during her crisis, the truth is almost the exact opposite. Britney didn't hate Justin. She loved him. She played his music constantly, danced to his albums, and talked about him with genuine affection. His family was everything she wished her own family could be. When things fell apart, she couldn't even explain why. But here's where the story gets interesting. In 2007, when everything was falling apart and nobody in her own family was stepping up to help, Sam's phone rang. Justin Timberlake called, not through an intermediary, not for a photo opportunity, just him, reaching out personally. Sam remembers his voicemail vividly. Justin said he didn't want to intrude, but he wanted to know if there was anything they needed. He said Britney was a very special person in his life. That simple act made Britney cry, because nobody else was doing it. Her family wasn't calling, but Justin was there, and that wasn't even the best part. After that, Justin's mother Lynn started calling regularly. She offered to send a private jet. She invited them to Tennessee to get away from the chaos. She offered legal help and money. No cameras, no Instagram posts, no announcement. Just genuine concern from a woman with everything to lose and nothing to gain. Lynn would call and compliment Britney's new look, ask if they needed anything, remind them they could escape to Tennessee. Britney would light up because it meant somebody actually cared, and it meant the media had gotten the entire relationship completely wrong. This is the part that should break your heart. While Justin's family was offering private jets and legal support, Britney's actual family was doing the opposite. Her parents were constantly getting involved in her relationships, poisoning every connection she made. They didn't want her to be happy. They wanted control. During the worst days of 2007, when Britney needed her family most, they weren't there. But Justin's family was, and nobody ever recognized that. The internet decided to cancel Justin, instead of thanking him and his mother for stepping up when nobody else did. Early 2007, someone orchestrated a delivery to Britney's gate. When it opened, a woman emerged, barefoot, wearing a hippie sundress, carrying a pail of salt. It was Lou Taylor. She started yelling about demons. She was throwing salt around the property, claiming demons were possessing the house. Security had to remove her. It seemed like an isolated incident, but years later, when Sam reviewed his legal cases and court documents, he realized something terrifying. Lou Taylor had orchestrated the entire thing. According to testimony from multiple people, Lou had a master plan. She had lawyers in LA on her payroll. She had a board outlining the exact steps needed to establish a conservatorship, isolate the victim, prevent them from driving, cut off phone lines. Lou Taylor had been planning this the entire time. She talked to Jamie Spears. She got in Lynn's ear. She promised them she could fix Britney. Methodically, she built the case for a conservatorship. The woman who'd shown up at the gate throwing salt wasn't crazy. She was strategic, and it worked. For 14 years, Lou Taylor made millions managing Britney's life. Estimates suggest she took in over $18 million. Britney was trapped. Her career was controlled. Her money was controlled. Her kids were leverage. Britney and Jamie Lynn weren't close growing up. They were different people, living different lives in the same chaotic family. When Jamie Lynn got her own show, Britney was happy for her. But Jamie Lynn seemed to carry resentment, making little digs and negative comments that would hurt Britney. Years later, when the conservatorship was destroying Britney, Sam kept reaching out to Jamie Lynn. He tried to convince them to help end it, to stand up for Britney's freedom. But Jamie Lynn wouldn't do it. She seemed comfortable with the arrangement. As long as Britney was paying the bills, she didn't want to rock the boat. Then came the bombshell. In October 2025, Kevin Federline's book was released with private text messages from Jamie Lynn. Harsh messages showing she wasn't on Britney's side. The texts were so damaging that Jamie Lynn immediately unfollowed Kevin on Instagram. Britney Spears was surrounded by vultures, family members who wanted her money, business managers who wanted her money, lawyers who wanted her money. Everyone had a hand in controlling her life. The people who actually helped her? Justin Timberlake and his mother, the person who stood by her during the chaos. Sam Lutfi, the guy everyone decided was the villain. The system failed Britney. The family failed Britney. And even now, years after gaining her freedom, new books are being written, and the exploitation continues. Sam Lutfi waited nearly 2 decades to share his version of events. He rejected millions to stay quiet. When he finally spoke, it was because he believed Britney's story deserved to be told correctly. Whether you believe him or not, his account presents an entirely different picture of what happened during Britney's breakdown. The question isn't whether Sam is perfect. The question is, what really happened? If Lou Taylor orchestrated a conservatorship, if Jamie Spears threatened his daughter, if Jamie Lynn abandoned her sister, and if Justin Timberlake was actually trying to help, then everything we thought we knew needs to be re-examined. Comment below and tell me what you think. Do you believe Sam's story? What do you think about Justin's role? Subscribe and hit the bell for more exclusive celebrity interviews and untold stories.